In sales, you don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate for. At the end of the day, if you don't have the ability to negotiate effectively, then the client will demand and extract way more from you than you ought to provide and not give you enough that you ought to deserve. That's why negotiation is a critical skill in business. So let's get started and understand what are 5 powerful negotiation strategies that you can play with during your sales conversations, which can help you create a win-win outcome both for the customer and for yourself. The first most important negotiation strategy is before even you walk into a sales conversation or a negotiation conversation is to prepare what I call your OP and BP. Before even you go in for a sales meeting or a negotiation discussion with a prospect client, you got to prepare your offer price and your boundary price. Offer price is the price that you will pitch at the start of the sales negotiation conversation. And the boundary price is the price that you will keep as a range below which you will not take up the project yourself because it doesn't make any financial sense. It is very important in sales for you to be prepared with these 2 numbers before even you walk into a conversation so that you have clarity on where you're going to start and where are you going to close and where are you going to walk away if the client is pushing you below the boundary price. This is a very important element to have clarity of in a negotiation conversation. The second negotiation strategy that does really well for you to protect your interest and create a win-win deal is to be dumb. Now, what do I mean by being dumb? You must be wondering, what are you talking about? Let me tell you this. In a negotiation conversation, please remember the principle. And the principle is this: smart loses money, dumb makes money. If in a negotiation conversation, you're going to carry a tone and a posture in the negotiation section of you being smart and overconfident, then that reduces your flexibility in the conversation and makes you susceptible to being rejected, where you can't even make a counter offer to the customer. That's why it's important to carry a tone which is submissive only during the negotiation part of the conversation. While pitching a product or service, be confident. By answering the customer's questions and objections, be confident. But the moment the sales conversation navigates into the negotiation area, at that time, be a little submissive in your tone and behave that you are dumb, where you are not in control and it is up to the client to support you and assist you to help you to close the deal. This is where you got to even use phrases in a conversation to your prospect customer saying, I really need your support to close the deal. I really need your support to agree to this price so that it can become a workable project for me. Remember, if you act over smart here and you say, this is our price, take it or leave it, you will end up bruising the egos of your prospect customers and they'll say, leave it. Then suddenly you can't go back and say, no, I didn't mean that way. We can work out a middle ground. You will sound like a joker. So don't do that. So remember the principle: smart loses money, dumb makes money in negotiation. So be dumb and ask the customer for their support to agree to your pricing and take their help to close the deal. Tell them, I need your support. I need your help to close this deal. Come on, say yes and let's finalize it. Be dumb. It's about a way of being. It's about the tonality you carry in this section of the conversation. It's a magical negotiation strategy. And by the way, this principle of smart loses money and dumb makes money is applicable not just in negotiation. It's applicable in business in general. So here is my invitation to you. Don't be over smart. Be a lifelong learner and be open to absorbing new skills and new information. Think about it. Business owners who act over smart are not open to learning, are not open to upgrading their skills and knowledge. And therefore, they miss opportunities of learning and growth which can help them scale up their business. But the ones who are open and say, I don't know, I am open to learning, are the ones who actually gather more information, gather more skills and capabilities and grow their business. So here's an opportunity I have for you to grow your skills and grow your business. In the description below, we put a link to a 40-minute intensive training where I teach how as a business owner, you can come out of the trap of firefighting and play the game of growth and expansion. Using the strategies and systems that I teach in this 40-minute training, thousands of business owners have been able to set up teams and systems in a manner where the business is not dependent on them on a daily basis. So make sure you use this opportunity of learning. Click on that link. It's a free training, and watch that video today itself, because that link expires in a few days. So make sure you take action. Remember, smart loses money, dumb makes money. Be open to learning, be open to absorbing, and take your business to the next level. Which brings me back to the conversation on negotiation strategies. The third negotiation strategy which can help you design win-win deals is to prepare variables. Negotiation is not about you being fixated to your price point and convincing the customer to agree to your price point. That is not effective negotiation. Effective negotiation is where you give something and they give something, and you arrive at a middle ground which makes both parties happy. Now, if you want to enhance the happiness of your customer while closing a deal, also go in prepared with variables that you're willing to offer over and above the product or service that they are buying. This could be bonuses, this could be value-added services, this could be free shipping, this could be extended warranties, this could be additional education, tutorial, or consulting along with the product or service. Something that you can offer for free over and above your product or service which they are buying, which they will value, and something that will not pinch your pocket or pinch your effort too much, but will be of use to your customer. It's important to carry and prepare these variables and go into a sales or negotiation conversation, so that when the customer is not willing to be flexible, you can always say, hey, you know what, I can't reduce the price, but here's what I can do. I can increase the value of what I'm giving you, and I can offer you these benefits. When you go in prepared, you then can choose benefits that will appeal to the customer in that conversation and make them flexible to agree to the price point, or at least move towards the price point that you're pitching to them. I find preparing variables a great way of creating flexibility in the customer during the negotiation process. So this is a very effective negotiation strategy. The next negotiation strategy, which is extremely powerful in designing win-win deals, is partnership over pricing. In the negotiation conversation, when you've reached a stage where there is a marginal difference between what is your offer and what is the customer's offer, then at that point of time, you need to shift the focus of the conversation from the pricing to the partnership. What does that mean? It means when there's a marginal difference, you got to take away the customer's attention from the pricing and say, hey, listen, just for a few rupees or a few thousands of rupees, I don't want us to miss the opportunity of working in a relationship that has a great foundation. You got to, at this point of time, bring back for the customer how you've actually understood their requirement, and they've understood that you understood their requirement, how you've designed a solution in the form of your product or service which will actually add value to the customer, and how there is an alignment of values between you and the client, and it's not worth to let go of this beautiful prospective partnership just for a little bit of deviation in pricing. When you do that and you reaffirm to the client why they should work with you, what about you makes you different from others, and how there is already an alignment between you and them, then you are building the value of the partnership between you and them and taking away their attention from the pricing. I have found this to be a very, very powerful way of getting the customer to stretch a little bit and value the partnership rather than be stuck to the pricing, which makes it a very powerful negotiation strategy. Which brings me to the fifth negotiation strategy, which is what I call closing fears. No matter what product or service you are selling, every prospect customer has a common fear in their mind. And the fear is, am I being sold something at a higher price, and am I being sold something which is not going to be of value to me? So when it comes to negotiation and closing the deal, At that point of time, it's important to state the obvious and let the prospect customer know that, hey, I understand sometimes the only thing that is stopping people to say yes to the project or the deal is a fear that am I being sold something at a high price or am I being sold something which will not add value to me. While I assure you I will not let any such thing happen to you, I want to know from you, is there any question that I can answer for you or any clarification that I can provide to you so you are assured that you are buying the right product at the right price from the right partner. When you just address the most obvious fear of the client, you see there's automatically a sense of relief in the client where they feel assured and they're willing to come forward and partner with you in the process of buying your product or service. So close the fears before you close the deal. That makes it a very, very powerful negotiation strategy for you to get what you want. So these are 5 extremely practical and powerful negotiation strategies. Like I said at the beginning of this video, play with them. Play with them, use them in your sales conversations, have fun with them and see the magic unfold. And make sure you click on the link in the description below and watch the 40-minute intensive training right now, because that link is going to expire. Make sure you take action based on your learning. I will see you in my next video.